From a young age, I've been instilled with the values of education's important because it'll get you where you want to be in life. Each program is like a tight family unit, and you'll feel very involved and have all the help that you need, and it's just a very welcoming place, and I enjoy it a lot.
So my parents moved from Congo to Zambia. That's where I was born. I came to Canada in 2015. They told me, NorQuest is a good place, especially for you as an immigrant. For me right now, I don't feel like I'm somewhere else. I feel like I'm home.
If a student, for example, doesn't have a very good family environment, they can come into this school and you'll automatically feel like you're part of a family. You'll never feel alone. There's always people around. There's always help around.
People, when they immigrate to another country sometimes, they feel they can't come to school. But once you make that decision to say, I have to go to school, it's very easy for you.
If you're going into post-secondary with a mindset of growth, NorQuest is definitely a great place for that because it is a place where you'll feel involved and welcomed and not a place where you'll feel alone.
If you decide by yourself to say, this is what I need, and you know the benefit that comes out of the decision that you're making, you need to do something that you love.
Muy buenas noches a todos. Bruno Perón aquí desde Vancouver, saludándolos de Class Education. Me ha gustado estar aquí con ustedes el día de hoy. Como es costumbre, cada martes y jueves tenemos nuestros espacios de webinar informativos sobre cómo estudiar en Canadá, para darle mucha información de valor, para ayudarles a tomar buenas decisiones con respecto a estudios en Canadá. Vamos a empezar el día de hoy. Como es costumbre, saben que estamos grabando este evento. Estamos también en las plataformas Facebook, YouTube y Twitter en vivo. Así que en cada una de estas plataformas tenemos el equipo de clase que está allí dispuesto y listo para contestar a sus preguntas. Así que aprovechando que estamos hablando de eso, si nos pueden poner un subscribe y un like en esas plataformas para seguir recibiendo información de nosotros e inclusive ayudarnos a diseminar esta información, y háganos saber de dónde nos están escuchando, de qué país, qué ciudad y qué programa están buscando o qué inquietudes simplemente tienen sobre estudiar en Canadá, y con mucho gusto tomaremos sus preguntas en vivo en unos minutos más adelante. Antes de empezar, hay mucha gente que nos pregunta a veces quién es Class Education. Por los que no nos conocen, pues somos una empresa canadiense, orgullosamente yo diría canadiense. Ya tenemos 27 años en la industria. Nos dedicamos a eso de enviar estudiantes a Canadá, de México y de toda América Latina desde ya 27 años. Somos la empresa número 1 en educación superior en Canadá. Y trabajamos hoy día con más de 300 instituciones canadienses y hemos enviado más de 10,000 alumnos a estudiar a Canadá. Entonces, realmente es mucha información, trabajamos con muchísimas instituciones en Canadá, todos de muy buen nivel. Entonces, estoy seguro que podemos encontrar tanto un programa como unas instituciones que se acopla perfectamente bien a sus necesidades. Esa es Class Education. Como empresa ofrecemos una gama de servicio muy amplio. empezando con la consultoría educativa, como decía, encontrar la institución adecuada y el programa que más se acopla a sus necesidades, pero también todo el proceso de registro, de inscripción en la escuela, hasta lograr una aceptación positiva de la escuela, la tramitación de seguros médicos que es necesario para viajar a Canadá, los trámites de visados, tanto para estudiar como para trabajar también, alojamiento a su llegada a Canadá, recepción en el aeropuerto y más servicio como coordinación del viaje, todos los preparativos que hay que hacer ahora en épocas de COVID, ¿no? Todo lo que hay que hacer porque el país está abierto para alumnos internacionales, pero hay que hacer una serie de tramitaciones para no tener problema al momento de cruzar la frontera. En fin, eso es Class Education, quiénes somos, los servicios que ofrecemos y la verdad que nos encantaría apoyarlos y acompañarlos en este gran viaje de ir a estudiar a Canadá con una presencia desde México, también desde Canadá a su llegada aquí. ¿Okay? Entonces, esos es quienes somos. El día de hoy estamos con un college público de la provincia de Alberta que se llama NorQuest College. No es la primera vez que se junta con nosotros y cada vez es muy interesante porque el college sigue agregando programas nuevos y están pasando cosas nuevas cada vez que tenemos un webinar. Entonces, para empezar, les quiero dar unos datos rápidos del college para que lo conozcan y vamos a entrar más a detalles durante la presentación. NorQuest College, como decía, es un college público ubicado en Edmonton, Alberta. Edmonton es la ciudad, Alberta es la provincia, allá en Canadá. Es la ciudad más joven y de mayor crecimiento económico en Canadá. Alberta es la capital energética de Canadá. El college ofrece certificados, diplomas y posgrados en sus 2 campus de la región de Edmonton. Áreas de estudio son de salud, negocio, diseños, comunicación, tecnología y estudios comunitarios. Tienen clases pequeñas, como la mayoría de los colleges, entre 20 a 40 alumnos por clase. Y escuchen eso, el 95% de los egresados del college, que sean canadienses o extranjeros, encuentran trabajo poco tiempo después de graduarse del instituto. Eso es increíble. Alberta ofrece el salario mínimo más alto de todo nuestro país, que es de $15 la hora, si es el salario mínimo, y también ofrece el porcentaje más bajo de impuestos en todo el país, que es de 5%. Los graduados contribuyen significativamente a la economía y el crecimiento de Alberta. Alberta es un powerhouse en términos de recibir alumnos internacionales. Varios programas de NorQuest ofrecen prácticas laborales pagadas y como es una institución pública, es 100% elegible al Postgraduate Work Permit, el famoso programa de estudio, de trabajo, después de graduación, que les permite trabajar hasta 3 años después de graduarse. ¿Ok? Entonces, eso es un poco de datos rápidos sobre NorQuest College. Y para hablar más a fondo del college, está conmigo el día de hoy nuestro amigo Suraj Rashid. Suraj, good evening. How are you?
I'm doing good. Yeah, hi Bruno, and hello everyone, and thank you for inviting me, Bruno, today here. Hello everybody.
It's our problem, our pleasure, and it's not the first time. I was saying in Spanish, it's not the first time you come on the program with us, but each time you come with new programs and new stuff that's happening in the province or in the college or in the city. So today you've got news about new programs from NorQuest College. You have new information about job information from the city of Edmonton, and the province has a new post-COVID reopening plan, which we're going to share with the audience, right?
That is correct. Yeah, those are all, you ticked all 4 things. Those are the main updates, yes.
These are all good news as well.
Yes,
So let's start with your presentation. Let's try to go through this at a good pace so we have enough time to answer as many questions as possible, as we often have questions during those webinars.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a long presentation, but we'll skip it through in 20 minutes. So we'll focus through the questions, as you mentioned. So just give me a minute. Let me know once you can see my presentation. Okay, you probably can see it. Okay.
Yeah, now we can see it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so of course, I think Bruno already have introduced that we are located in Edmonton. So of course, that's a shot of the downtown. So we have 2 campuses. One campus is here in downtown Edmonton, And then the other campus is another city, which is a small city outside of Edmonton, roughly around 100 kilometers, which is called the city of Wetaskiwin. But we are going to focus on Edmonton because 99% of our international students study here. There's only 1% students who go and study in Wetaskiwin because we offer nursing and healthcare program in our Wetaskiwin campus as well. Sometimes students go and study there as well. So some of the information here that you see on the screen is already being shared again by Bruno, but I'll quickly run through it. We always compare this before we start the presentation, and this is mainly just a comparison of the city. So just to give you a background of Edmonton, so Edmonton is a big city, and it's one of those 6 big cities which have more than 1 million population. So from a Canadian standard, it's a metropolitan city. It has a population of 1.2 million in a greater Edmonton area. So it's one of the very affordable city. That's one of the things that stand out when you start living in Edmonton. You'll find it's very affordable in spite of being a big city. It has less taxes. It also has a very high wage rate, which was mentioned before, $15 an hour. And also immigration programs are very attractive. We have Alberta Immigrant Nominee Program, which of course attracts students because it's an easier pathway as compared to some of the provinces mentioned here. And also it's a big economy. Alberta is a growing economy. It's a very diverse economy. We have jobs in different sectors, oil and gas, healthcare, educational services, agriculture, wholesale trade. So these are some of the sectors which are the big sectors in the Alberta's economy as well. And it's the 3rd largest economy in Canada. And it's one of the economy which have the highest GDP growth rate as compared to any province in Canada. So all this means that it's a good, promising economy in terms of jobs. Okay. Going forward, so this is one thing I just want to share with you, as Bruno mentioned. So these are some of the stats which are being shared recently. I know it says 2019 stats, but these are recently, which is 2021. So what they do is with the city, they're a little bit 1 year behind in the stats. So this is 2019, 2020 stats. So probably in the end of this year, we'll get 2021, 2022 stats. So these are still the recent stats in the COVID times. So again, the economic growth rate of Edmonton has been relatively great. Even in COVID times, it's been around 4%. So a national Canadian growth rate has been roughly between 2 to 3. So the Edmonton has still been growing even in COVID times, I would say at a faster growth rate as compared to the national average. It still had a big labor force of 868,000 people. And there's also a big working age population here in Edmonton. So which means, in short, again, if I have to summarize this, is that the job losses and job growth has been consistent even in COVID times, and job losses have been less. And there are some reasons behind it why there has been less job losses in Edmonton, because Edmonton is a little bit different economy. We have another big city in Alberta called Calgary. That's a different economy. Edmonton is different economy. And the main reason we have less job losses in Edmonton is because of the main sectors that where our jobs are. So we have a very big sector in Edmonton, which is called healthcare. So we have Alberta Health Services, which is the largest employer in Edmonton and in Alberta of jobs. So in pandemic times, of course, healthcare has been one of the sectors that has been booming, that's been growing. And also in Edmonton, there are some essential services sector. So retail and wholesale trade has been growing a lot. In hospitality, again, Edmonton does not have many jobs related to hospitality. So that's one of the sectors that has definitely suffered in other parts of Alberta, but not necessarily in Edmonton. But a lot of people who have lost job in hospitality has found job in retail and wholesale trade. And retail and wholesale trade has been also transitioning. It's gone to e-retail, e-wholesale. So there are a lot of skills that are transferable, that people are transferring their skills from other trades where they're losing jobs. So that sector is doing really good. Logistic and supply chain is another essential service sector, which is also booming. There has been a lot of jobs in Edmonton that is also has been growing the job growth of the city. And then green energy solutions. So this is another job sector, which recently that city recognized that sector where there is going to be a lot of jobs that are happening and will be happening in the future. And they are mainly in environmental science because, Alberta is the energy sector. It produces around 80% of Canada's oil, 60% of natural gas. So it's bound to have some green energy jobs related to that. We also have a very, very booming digital technology sector. So Alberta has a newly formed Alberta Institute of Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning. So Alberta is investing heavily on inviting many companies who are doing a lot of work in machine learning, artificial intelligence. That's a new economy. And that's the most promising, I would say, sector that's going to grow very, very rapidly in Edmonton. And Edmonton is investing heavily on that. Also, in this COVID times, mental health of the people has been challenged. So there's a lot of also jobs in the city related to counseling, related to therapies. So people have, of course, they need to go through therapies to cope up with many things they're going through. In the business, where there is also, city is trying to come up with a program in which it's going to attract new business owners. So small businesses, so there are a lot of tax, I would say, credits and all that are given to new business owners. So they're going to be growth in that. Finance is growing, accounting is growing. Those are the job sectors. So again, this is a thing that we just got recently. So this gives you a really good understanding, what kind of sectors, if you go and study, you have a very promising future in these sectors. And also city projected also recently that by 2023, they're expecting to see a demand of more than 60,000 workers across all occupations. So again, that's again a great news as well. And Edmonton, historically has been growing by the rate of 2.5% every year. But of course, it has slowed down a little bit this year because of COVID, but still it is around 1.9%. So the growth rate, the population of Edmonton has been growing because it's an affordable city to live. So people from neighboring areas are also moving in Edmonton, in these times as well. Okay, so this is again something just to let you know. And the reason I'm highlighting on these occupations are because what you will see at our college that we have programs related to all these sectors that are mentioned here. Because at NorQuest College, we have a very heavy focus that our program should match our local economy. That's the huge and the number one focus. Again, this is, just an expansion of that. I'm just going to spend just 1 minute on this slide. And this is mainly about the job distribution within Edmonton. So if you're looking to find, okay, how much percentage of people are working in different sectors. So for example, in health, there are 12% people working, retail 11.5, professional technical services 11, education 9. So these are some of the sectors that you can see here. And all the sectors which are marked are green, those sectors are expanding more than 2%. So the growth rate in those sectors is more than 2%. Again, as for the latest city of Edmonton, the data that we got, the sectors which are in red, of course, those sectors are declining sectors. Those sectors are losing jobs. But again, we don't offer programs in construction or manufacturing. So our students graduating from our programs don't have to worry about that. But some sectors are growing, and there are two sectors which are definitely also losing job as well. So this is just to give you a very rough idea. I think the reason I'm just showing you this, because a lot of students have that question that will I be able to find part-time jobs? What kind of jobs students find? So a lot of students who come to study at NorQuest College, I think they find job in different sectors. They find job in retail. They find sometimes even jobs in health, especially in the frontline workers. Also in some professional and technical services as well. And also in education sector as well, there are jobs, and public administration, because we are a capital city. Sometimes we do have jobs in community service and all that students are employed as well as part-time while they are studying with us. Okay, so this is of course our campus picture of this, where we have in downtown. Just a quick shot just to give you an idea how we look in our campus wise. Again, a little bit history of NorQuest College. So as Bruno already mentioned, that we are a public institution. So we are the only community college in the city of Edmonton. So Edmonton has two other universities, one polytechnic, and then one public community college, which is us. So we have a history of over 50 years, and that's pretty common. Most of the public colleges are around for 50 years or more. So same with us. And we are a mid-sized college. We are not a very small college. We are not a very big college. We have a population of around 21,000, who study with us. And we are very diverse in our student body. So 57% of our students are born outside of Canada because Edmonton's population is very diverse as well. Roughly around 30 to 35% population of Edmonton are immigrants. We have many immigrant groups within the city, and they are represented in our student body. That's why we have 78 languages spoken on campus, students from more than 100 countries. Yeah, we do have Latino population as well. We have a Latin festival that happens in Edmonton. Of course, this time it didn't happen because of COVID, but usually it does. We have a huge Colombian population. We have also Mexican Canadians. We also have Brazilian Canadians, Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala, so Central American, a lot of people who have come from that region and settled in Edmonton as well. Okay, so a little bit more about our uniqueness, what makes NorQuest unique. So I think every college's uniqueness depends on their focus. So our focus has been our relevant skills. So as I mentioned before, the programs that we offer are direct match to our local economy. So we are very, very intentional about it. We had few programs in the past that we canceled because we thought that those programs were not relevant to our current need in the market. And then we also introduced new programs depending on our current need of the economy. So that's one of the primary focus. And all our programs have practicum. So that's, again, a very huge focus at NorQuest. We don't have a program which does not have a practicum because, again, at NorQuest, we believe in applied learning. So that's the big, big focus at the college. And that also helps in career readiness. We also have a very big career education center here. They have their own job portal where students go on their job portal and apply jobs. They don't have to go to Indeed or Workopolis external job portals. We have our own job portal. We are more than 60, 70 employers post jobs. So that's, again, exclusively for our students. We also have many other programs for skills of distinction because in Canada, just education and your practicums and those does not usually fetch you a job. You need to have more skills like leadership, also some soft skills and other skills that you need to develop. So we have many programs within the institution. We have a volunteer program, which is very helpful for students because in Canada, volunteer is given a lot of importance. We also have networking clubs because networking really help you when you're looking for a job. So we're giving you all those opportunities so that you have a really good chance of getting a job because all these things are required as a package in order for you to find a job. Also in community impact in the greater Edmonton area, because a lot of our students who graduate are employed locally in Edmonton area. So we have collective impact of more than $470 million on the local economy of Edmonton. So we matter a lot to the Edmonton's economy. So yes, we do get a lot of attention from the city of Edmonton. A lot of their employment programs of nursing, healthcare, aid, public administration, they come directly to our campus to hire. Because we are relevant for them. And of course, student experience is, again, a big focus. And I'll mention in the slides further that we have many other programs. So it's not just about studies. You have opportunity to have some fun as well. So we do offer that. And also, as I mentioned, we have practicum. So technical word of practicum is work integrated learning component. So we have that in all programs. And because of that, our employment rate is around 95% on average. This year, it has been a little bit impacted. It has gone down to 92%, but still it's relevantly comparative as well. Yeah. And also we have various support services available, which are mostly available in every Canadian college. So we have navigators, we have free tutors, academic coaches if you're struggling, immigration services in our international student office, career and employment center I mentioned before, and we also run job fairs on campus. We invite companies and they will take interviews of you in the campus in those job fairs, so you have a higher chance of getting a job. So all those things are offered at the college. So a little bit expanding on this one. So we have different kind of work integrated learning. It depends on program to program. Some programs, especially health programs, we have clinical placements. We have clinical placement teams who will find that, so you don't have to worry. It's mandatory, everyone will get it. But again, mostly they're unpaid because we have partnership with Alberta Health Services and their other Covenant Health, those kind of other kind of organization we work very closely with. Some of our community study program, we have community service learning in which you're working in NGOs, you're doing some community service and you're learning and you're getting your experience. In some business program, we have field placement or work placement. And then some programs, I'll mention, we have new programs in which we have paid internship, guaranteed paid internship options. So in those programs, you may be able to earn $6,000 in the program. So that's your, the money that you're earning just staying in that program. So those are
a lot of people on the chat. I'm reading the chat while you're speaking, and a lot of people are asking about specific programs to see if you have them. So can we talk about some of the, and maybe spend a little bit of time on the actual programs? Maybe not describe every program, because just by reading them we can see, and just explain the cost, if it's per program or per year, or how the costing works, and then some people asking also about requirements of admission.
Sure, definitely. Okay, so we'll definitely jump into the programs. I totally understand that's something that I'm building the foundation so that you can. So we are going to go by faculty. So the first program that you're seeing here is health studies. So we have 3 kind of credentials here: 2-year diplomas, 1-year post-diploma, and 1-year certificate program. So yeah, you can see the program's name here. We have nursing, pharmacy, interdisciplinary therapy, healthcare aid, therapeutic rec. This faculty is little oversubscribed because the employment outcomes are very good in health. So that's why you see all the programs in fall and spring are waitlisted. Right now, we are accepting application for winter intake. So you can apply for nursing, healthcare aid, and the tuition fee that you're seeing.
Winter 22.
Yes, winter 2020. Sorry.
January 2022. Okay.
Yes. So January 2022. And also on the 1st of June, which is next week, a student will be able to apply even for May 2022 as well. So we'll be opening our application for May 2022 because we open our application 11 months in advance. Also, the tuition fee that you're seeing on the right-hand side is the all-inclusive price for the full duration of the program. So for example, for nursing, you're seeing 44,000 something. That is for the full 2 years. And that includes tuition fee, health insurance, dental insurance, bus pass, pretty much everything in it. So practical nursing is one of our most expensive program. And then, of course, from program to program, you see there's a difference. Every program has a different tuition fee. And then some program that you see on the top certificate, those are the 1-year programs. And that, again, is all-inclusive price. The only thing that is not included here is the housing, the accommodation, and then, of course, the books. So that's something extra.
Okay, just one thing I want to clarify here. Aquí lo que vemos en credencial, cuando dice certificado es un programa de 1 año, cuando dice diploma es un programa de 2 años, y el costo, por eso el costo está mucho más alto. Cuando hablamos de diploma son 2 años y el costo es para los 2 años, ¿no? Practical Nurse es el más caro de todos. También es muy en demanda y hay un salario muy interesante, trabajo asegurado y también inclusive yo diría que hasta migración asegurada, pero los precios que ven en la columna de derecho es para el programa completo. Entonces, si hablamos de diploma son 2 años, si hablamos de certificado es de 1 año nada más. Okay,
thank you. Okay. So we're going to go to the next. So this is the next faculty, which is called Community Studies. We again have programs here: diploma, post-diploma, certificate. We have programs like early learning and childcare, community support worker. These are, again, very, very high demand program. And again, you see this faculty is also very oversubscribed. Pretty much most of our programs are waitlisted for fall right now. And then we also have 2 post-diplomas, which are very high demand right now: mental health recovery, addiction recovery. So as I mentioned before in the previous slides, that therapists and then counselors are in a very high demand right now in Alberta. Also, we have early learning and childcare, which is very oversubscribed program. So right now we are, again, in this same faculty, we are also accepting application for January 2022. So you can apply for community support worker, mental health recovery, early learning and childcare. And then, of course, for the May 2022, we'll open application again on the 1st of June this year. And again, the fees that you can see is, again, for the full duration of the program, whether it's a 1-year program, whether that's a 2-year program. Again, moving forward, we do have other programs here: disability studies, social work, justice, settlement study. These are, again, very high demand programs as well. Again, I'll not go into too much description into these programs, but disability studies, as the name sounds, it's mainly about people who are working, who want to work in the field where there are clients who have some kind of disability, some special needs. And then settlement study is something new. I'll just explain that because that sometimes students don't understand what that program is. That's a sub part of social work. So social work is a very broad field. And within that, if someone wants to work with new immigrants, newcomers, they really work in the field of settlement studies. We do offer
Sorry, there is a question from Jose Dario Barrera. He's saying that the cost of these programs, is it for Canadians or for international students? And the answer is that this is all for international students. So we're not showing you the price of for Canadian students,
Yes.
but this is for international students, Danielle.
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, thank you, Bruno. So yes, so this is all international tuition fee. We are not showing you the Canadian one. And also all these programs are again available in fall, but the settlement studies, again, I missed it here in the presentation. We do offer settlement studies in winter. So if you are interested, you can apply for, again, winter. In Justice program, we still have seat in fall. That's the only program in this whole faculty where we have seats available. Now coming to business, environment, and technology, we have business program. We have 3 business programs here. Business administration diploma. Again, we have seats available here in winter, but everything is full in fall. Again, we have 2 certificates, accounting technician, administrative professional. The good thing in business administration is that this program does have a paid internship option. Again, it's not guaranteed you will get it. It's a competitive practicum, so you have to compete with the students. If you get it, then you will go and work for 4 months. Same in these 2 environmental science programs. They're more relevant to our energy sector, energy management, and environmental protection. So these programs are also almost waitlisted, but again, we don't offer these programs in winter. We only offer these programs in fall, whereas all the business programs are offered in winter. We have a new program coming. So as I was mentioning before, that we have an artificial intelligence and machine learning sector that's growing in Edmonton. So because of that, we have introduced a new program. Again, you'll see that information pretty soon on our website. Right now, we are going to post that information, and within 1 week or 2, you'll see that information there. So we have a program that we are going to offer in January 2022, which is called Machine Learning Analyst Diploma. So it's a very unique program. I guess we are the only one within the province of Alberta who is offering it. And here you'll be learning about artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science, computer programming. So it's more focused on that. So again, this program is not posted on the website. That's the reason you're missing here the tuition fee. But again, you'll be able to see that very soon. And this program also has a project-based practicum. So in this, student will also get the project-based practicum. And in these 2 programs I missed, again, we do have paid internship options as well. We also introduced 2 new professional certificates called Supply Chain Management and Business Analysis. So these are non-credit programs. They are a little different from the other programs that I mentioned above. So there's a difference between credit and non-credit. So credit means those programs. So for example, you do a 2-year business diploma, you can go directly into the 3rd year of a bachelor's in some universities. Whereas in the credit programs, you cannot transfer your credits to other program. But what a non-credit program gives is it has a paid internship. So both these programs, supply chain and business analysis, have 3 months of guaranteed paid internship. So any student who is coming in this program will guaranteed get a practicum, and you'll be able to earn anywhere between $6,000 to $7,000 through your practicum. So if you're paying $17,000 tuition fee, you're going to earn back between $6,000 to $7,000 in practicum. So that's a practicum in your own field of study, and both these programs will lead you and will give you advanced standing in 2 certifications. So there is one very popular certification through Supply Chain Canada called Supply Chain Management Professional. So this Supply Chain Management Professional program help you to build and get that designation. So after you complete this program, you complete few modules with Supply Chain Canada, get some experience, and then apply and become a supply chain management professional. That would really help you to get employment in that field. Business analysis, you get advanced standing to International Institute of Business Analysis. Once you graduate from this program, you write an exam and you become a business analyst. So these 2 programs really prepares you for those designations. As I was mentioning before, supply chain and logistic is a really high demand in Edmonton, and same with business analysis as well. Okay, so these are the new program. We have seats available right now in our September intake right now if you want to apply. And just one thing I want to highlight, which probably we will see on the next slide or maybe the following one in these 2 programs, that in these 2 programs, you can get an offer letter very soon. Our turnaround time in getting an offer letter for these 2 programs is 2 to 3 business days. But I will tell you the admission requirements a little bit later about these 2 programs. And then we have this post-baccalaureate program in teaching English for someone who wants to become an English teacher here in Canada. We do have foundation program. We have an ESL program. And this tuition fee is only for 1 semester. This is based on the credits that you take. And then we have academic upgrading. We even have a NorQuest bridging program for someone who wants to do an ESL first and then get into our programs. So we have a combined or conditional offer letter into the NorQuest bridging pathway. So just to explain a little bit on the supply chain and business analysis. So this program, we just need that you have a Duolingo score of 105, or you have an IELTS score of 6 with no one less than 6. And then you have a previous diploma or degree in any field, and you can get admitted into this program. We have mentioned here 4 to 5 business days, but usually a student can get an offer letter in 2 to 3 business days. In the previous programs, the admission requirement, I'm going to mention that later on once we go through the IELTS requirements and all those kind of things. One more thing, just want to mention, NorQuest College is a very accessible institution. So for example, even if you don't meet our admission requirements, we will give you an opportunity to write an online assessment exam for free. So for example, you have less marks in maths or biology, you can definitely write an online assessment exam. That result is valid for 5 years, so you can get admission. If you don't pass that exam, yes, you can still get into the program through NorQuest bridging program. So we are not turning away people. We're giving them solutions to get into the programs. This is our ESL program. We have different levels here. And again, this just states that the CLB 4 level is equivalent to this level. So this is more like an intermediate level. And then you advance through it. It takes roughly around 1 semester to complete each level. And then we have a NorQuest bridging program that usually starts here at this level, because some of our programs have admission requirements of IELTS 6. Some have 6.5 requirements, some have 7. So that's where you start with the conditional bridging program. And then you go complete 1 level, 2nd level, and then you get into the program. So this is how our bridging program works. Again, I'll not go too much into the depth. And it takes 1 to 4 semesters to complete bridging, and then you can get into the target program. So again, we are not turning away. You can complete ESL courses. If your English level is low, you can do high school courses in it. You can even take courses from your target program. So there's a lot of flexibility available in the bridging program that you can then do those courses and then get into the target program. So in terms of IELTS, we can take you very low in the bridging program. So even if you cannot score 6 with 5.5, you have less Duolingo, 75 Duolingo, you can still enter into the bridging program and have a seat in business. But you still have to do some ESL courses so that you can reach to this level, because this is the direct entry IELTS requirement. But this is as low as we go through the bridging program. And same here in these courses where we need 6.5, we go this much low. Even for nursing, because usually I think a lot of students struggle in nursing because we have a very high IELTS requirement of 7.5, 7, which is sometimes really hard to get. So students with a low, Duolingo or IELTS score can enter into the nursing program. So we do have a pathway for students so they can improve their English and then they can get into the program. I'll not spend time here because I know Bruno is here. They have been supporting us to send a lot of application, so they can guide you if you have any question regarding application. I only will mention 2 things in here, that our application fee is $150. And then once the student gets an offer letter, right now it's taking roughly anywhere from 3 to 5 weeks to get an offer letter. Once you get an offer letter, then you just have to pay $1,000 tuition deposit to confirm your seat. And we don't need anything more than $1,000. The remaining amount you'll pay once you come to Canada, and you pay semester by semester your tuition fee. Okay. Rest about the process, of course, I think Bruno and their team can definitely guide you. If you're interested, you can connect with them and they can guide you about the full process. This is our English language requirement. So our business program, we usually need 6. With no band less than 5.5. We also accept Duolingo. We accept PT academic. And also for health, we need 6.5 and 6. We also accept Duolingo. There's only 2 programs where we don't accept Duolingo, which is pharmacy technician and nursing program. In those, we only accept IELTS and TOEFL. So students usually, give either of IELTS or the online IBT exam of TOEFL. So either of them they give to get into our programs. And then again, we give admission based on the courses. So we do course-based admission. So some courses in business, we need English and maths. Some nursing program, we need that you have done English, biology, and maths. So we need those specific courses in each and every program when you're applying. For some of our post-diploma program, like mental health addiction recovery, which I mentioned before, in those, we mainly look at your bachelor's degree and diploma. We don't look at your high school. So it's, again, the admission requirement is different for post-diploma programs and post-baccalaureate, and then certificate and diploma different because in certificate and diploma, we look at your high school marks. We do have scholarship. Again, I'll not go into too much detail, but we have entrance scholarship. We're giving away around $35,000 in scholarship in this category. And again, the one award dollar is around $1,000. This is based on your previous marks. So you must have around 70% or more in your previous education. And then you have to write a submission when you're applying for scholarship. So based on those two things, we will pick people and they will get scholarship. And again, it's not for all programs. These are only confined to a few programs that you see here in each and every semester. But we do have ongoing scholarships as well. So this is for all students in every program. So if you have 85% or more marks while you're studying with us, every semester you can apply for scholarship. You can get either $2,000 scholarship, which is an academic excellence. You can get an integrity award scholarship. You can get a community developer. And we have bursaries as well. So bursaries are need basis. If for some reason you are in a dire need of money and you need help, yes, we can also help you in those circumstances. So we do have emergency bursaries. So in this category, we're also giving around $60,000 to $70,000 in scholarship every year to our students. Also in our college system, we have $200,000 of amount of scholarship we are giving every year. And yes, you can apply because those are program specific. So sometimes nursing program comes up with scholarship, business program comes for scholarship. Yes, if you're eligible, yes, you can apply as well. So you're not only confined to these scholarship, you can apply to college-wide scholarship as well. A little bit about Alberta's COVID situation. So as you can see here, the Alberta had its peak in the early May, but now the peak is going down. As you can see here, things are looking better. We have only 390 cases right now active as of today. So it's a daily count, not like the total number. And also the vaccination drive is also increasing. So looks like that the things will be really great. So as Bruno mentioned, we have this, the recovery plan that is announced by the Alberta government. So they are planning that by the early June, 50% of the people who are 12 years or older will get vaccinated. So they are going to loosen up some restrictions. Then in the mid-June, 60%, and then early June, 70% of people will get their first dose. This is not 2 doses, but their first dose. So they are going to open up things. Also, as our institution, we are planning of more like a hybrid delivery. So we are going to offer more and more courses on campus in September, not 100% of course. We will be still having some courses offered online. So we will be doing those hybrid modeling, and then maybe we are hopeful that by January we should be back to back to campus and things will be somewhat back to normal. So those are encouraging things that Alberta is also looking. Also right now, we have our phase 3 of our vaccination, the Alberta's immunization program. So international students are eligible. So if you are an international student in Alberta, you can get your vaccination in Alberta for free. So a lot of our students are booking their vaccination. And right now in Alberta, we have mainly Pfizer and Moderna. So you can get that vaccination. So a lot of our students are getting those, vaccination as well. So they're also part of the vaccination drive. Okay. So we do have other, I would say the measures to support you, because I know in this times that when you're traveling, there's a lot of things you have to keep in mind regarding quarantine. So we do have supports available. And again, when you are at that stage, you can just reach out to us at this email that we have mentioned. And yes, we will guide you. We have a plan for you, and we can guide you how you can arrive in Edmonton safely, do your 14-day quarantine, and go through the process. And again, there are many other opportunities for you to engage, because as I mentioned, it's not just about studies. We have student politics. So a lot of our international students are part of student council. They even run for president office. They also run for student association leadership. So we have a very strong student association of NorQuest College, and they do a lot of fun activities. They do games, even in this virtual world, they're doing online games and all that. We have student clubs, so you can join them. We have mentorship program in which you can connect with a senior student. So we have like 2 students from Mexico who are now our mentors, who are helping the new arriving students. So you can connect with them. They can guide you, their struggles, and you can learn from them. So we do have mentorship program. We have networking events also, and we have online virtual engagement, like check-in every week. So you're connecting with the college, you know what is happening. So all those kind of things are available. So making sure that you're engaged. This is my last slide. Again, this I think we have mentioned in our previous presentation, but again, I'll mention it again. That again, I think one of the attractive reasons for coming to Alberta is, of course, is the immigration pathway. So we have a very, I would say, attractive immigration program. We have few streams which are really popular, like Alberta Opportunity Stream, Alberta Express Entry, and International Graduate Entrepreneur Stream. So in Alberta, usually the rule is in Canada that if you have a 3-year work permit, if you work 1 year on your 3-year work permit, then you are eligible for your immigration pathway. But in Alberta, you can speed up that process after 6 months employment in your diploma, post-diploma, or post-baccalaureate. You can do that. And even in express entry, at lower points, you can also get immigration. So those are some of the things that attract students, because we have, at the Alberta, again, the immigration nominee program released that data. They are saying that around 73%, roughly, that's a rough estimate, that people who graduated from Alberta PSIs are staying back. So that's a big number. But again, it fluctuates year to year, depending on, because there are also interprovincial movement also that happens as well. But that has the number, which is a pretty good, impressive number as well. Okay. So that's, a quick, I would say, presentation. So I think there are a lot of questions. So we're going to focus now on the questions that probably Bruno has.
Okay, sure. A lot of information, as usual. It's a little mind-boggling, to be honest. Okay, there's about 1.5 million questions to answer. So we're gonna dive right into the questions.
Sure.
Vamos a tomar la mayor cantidad de preguntas que tenemos de todo lo que dijo Suraj. Muchas preguntas salieron de eso por algunas personas que llegaron un poco tarde que no supieron. I'll read the questions and then I'll either answer them or pass them on to you, okay?
Sure.
Mónica Mendoza, algunos programas, diplomas de Human Resources or early. Do you have early childhood educator program? Yes, you do. Or Human Resources. I think you went through that already.
Yes.
Mónica, si te registraste, creo que vas a ver, eso lo estamos grabando y tendrás, lo puedes ver en nuestro canal de YouTube. Tú estás en YouTube en este momento, o en Facebook también lo puedes volver a ver, pero sí hablamos de todos los programas que estamos ofreciendo. Tiene un programa de Early Childhood Development que está lleno para otoño y ocupado, o todavía con algunos espacios para enero 2022, pero también hay espacio para mayo 2022 y el próximo martes se abre registros para septiembre 2022, entonces también hay posibilidades allá. I think your fall intake is full, and you have some limited space for January, and you'll have also May and September.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Right now in September, we only have seats in professional certificates, in supply chain and business analysis, and justice diploma. You're right. And rest, seats available in January and in May intake. Will be opening on the 1st of June.
Yeah. NorQuest College es un poco víctima de su propio éxito ahorita. Muchos de sus programas están llenos para septiembre. Hay 2 o 3 que tienen espacio, y eso pues porque estamos en casi junio. Pero hay espacio todavía para el semestre que empieza en enero 2022, mayo 2022 y septiembre 2022, y registros para septiembre 2022 abre el próximo martes. Entonces es buen momento para iniciar los trámites también para eso. ¿Ok? Muy bien. Vamos a la que sigue. The costs are in pesos or in dollars? I wish they were in pesos, my dear Yadira. Needless to say, they are in Canadian dollars. The good news is that they're in Canadian dollars, not in American dollars. But no, my dear, they're not in pesos. I'm sorry to tell you that. The price of $17,500 for business analysis is per year or per semester? It's per year.
Per
right?
year. Yes, per year for the full program.
For the full program, $17,500 Canadian, but you can pay by semester. Para ti puedes pagar por semestre, no hay ningún problema. Entonces, la mitad, básicamente, pero sí es el costo anual.
And then, in that program, there is a paid internship, so you can earn $6,000 to $7,000 as well.
Además hay un programa de co-op donde puedes ganar entre $6,000 y $7,000 en el programa, entonces te sale en $11,000 tu programa. Ok, Mónica Mendoza, ¿qué oportunidades de trabajo y carrera y prerequisitos hay para el diploma Healthcare Leadership que mencioné? Okay. What job opportunities are there in the Healthcare Leadership program?
Yeah, so in healthcare leadership, that's mainly for professionals who have a background in health. So I think a lot of our pharmacies graduates, nursing graduates, those students are applying for it. So in healthcare leadership, mainly we're focusing on leadership skills mainly in the senior housing, mainly in hospital housing, as well as those sectors. So you will be learning a little bit about healthcare management. And yes, there are jobs available in those sectors as well, as healthcare is a growing sector. So that's the main focus of that, that program, that the health professionals who need leadership and the marketing and management skills.
Yeah. Yo diría que todo lo que es salud ahorita, bueno, no solo en Canadá, en todo el mundo, pero sí está en crecimiento. Y otro aspecto interesante de eso, Mónica, es que salud en Canadá está manejado por los gobiernos provinciales. Entonces, los empleadores son los mismos gobiernos y son muy buenos programas de muy buena paga, muy buenos, con muy buenas condiciones, seguridad de empleo. Entonces, son muy buenos programas. Muy bien. Daniel Sakur, las clases en línea, las clases están en línea o classroom classes, ¿qué parece? Okay. Are we going to have in-class class time in the fall or online or a hybrid? So I think the answer is a hybrid, right?
Yes. Yeah. So it's going to be hybrid because it's not possible 100% to go on campus in September.
But at the same time, I don't think anybody wants to go back to full-time, in classroom. We're too used to this thing, right? We're addicted now to online. So yeah. I think a lot of people, yo creo que mucha gente va a querer seguir tomando algunas clases en línea y algunas clases sí van a tener que ser presenciales, pero de poder, sí podemos. Hoy día ya se confirmó que hay un regreso a clase presencial en el campus en otoño, con la llegada de las vacunas al ritmo que están llegando, pero hay varias clases que todavía, tanto como institución como alumnos, vamos a querer seguir tomando en línea, nada más para no levantarnos en la mañana o no ponernos las botas y la chamarra para ir a la escuela. Yo creo que eso va a pasar y yo creo que está muy bien. Este nuevo modelo híbrido va a ser algo que, una de las herencias del COVID-19, que va a cambiar el sistema de educación a nivel mundial de por siempre, yo creo. Muy bien, ¿qué otra? Erika Ávila, por favor, dame los pasos para inscribirme primero al curso de inglés y posiblemente al alcance, ya que alcance mi nivel en inglés, poder continuar con el college. Okay, so Erika is asking about what does she need to do to start right away with the English classes and after that get into the college. So if she takes the English at your college, she would, of course, contact us. We would register her for your English program. And then is she able to get a letter of acceptance for both programs at the same time?
Yeah, so I think that she has two options. So the first will be if she does not have any Duolingo score, then she could get into our ESL program without any English score or English proficiency exam score, what I mean to say. And then, yes, after doing ESL, she can move into the program. If she gives a Duolingo exam online and she has a score, based on that, she can get into the bridging program. And with the bridging program, yes, the student can get a combined offer letter, both for ESL as well as program. And they will have, a guaranteed seat in the program. So that will probably give a student more peace of mind that, yeah, once I complete my ESL, I have a seat reserved in the program. So I would recommend the bridging program. But for that, we just need a student to give a Duolingo exam so we know exactly what level they are, so we can pre-place them, better.
Okay. Sí, entonces, Erika, es muy sencillo. Por favor, regálanos tus datos. Si no, ya no lo has hecho aún, podemos registrar de inmediato en el programa de inglés de Puente, donde puedes mejorar tu nivel de inglés, pero ya apartar tu lugar para el próximo semestre para que no se llene el programa. Y así también, al hacer eso, vamos a tener una carta de aceptación doble, uno para el programa de inglés y otro para el programa Tu Carrera después, y podemos hacer tu visa por el programa, tu duración completa, ¿no? Entonces eso es muy interesante. Y si vas con, no sé, una pareja o si estás casada o no, Pero si vas con tu pareja, aún cuando estás en este programa, tú no vas a poder trabajar y estudiar al mismo tiempo, pero tu pareja sí va a poder trabajar mientras tú estás estudiando el inglés, ¿ok? Entonces, regálanos tus datos, Eric, perdón, dije Erika, pero Eric, y podemos empezar con eso ya de inmediato para conseguirte una carta de aceptación. Luis Alberto Guzmán, si tengo planes de estudiar para 2022, puedo ir pagando poco a poco mi diploma y si me dan alguna promoción por hacerlo de forma anticipada. Okay. Luis Alberto is saying he would like to go for January 2022, and he's asking if he could do a payment plan, a monthly payment plan or something like that. And if he does that, would there be some kind of promotion? My short answer would be that yes, you can start paying. I'll answer in Spanish, so because the question is in Spanish. Luis, sí puedes ir pagando poco a poco. La ventaja con Class Education es como somos una empresa canadiense, nosotros tenemos la capacidad de recibir tus pagos y cambiarlos de luego a dólares canadienses. Y eso creo que en un año de elecciones en México creo que es muy importante porque no sabemos qué va a pasar de aquí al otoño o de aquí al 2022 con la paridad del peso. Entonces sí podemos cambiar tus aportaciones, sean lo que sean, a dólares canadienses, que es lo que vas a terminar pagando en Canadá. Pero recuerda, como dijo Suraj, vas a tener que pagar 150 de aplicación y una vez aceptado vas a tener que pagar $1,000, de lo cual podemos tomar de tus aportaciones para ir asegurando tu espacio para enero 2022. Okay, so you will need to pay the registration fee, and then once accepted, you will have to pay $1,000 to reserve a spot, correct?
That is correct, yes.
Okay.
And then student pays semester by semester, yeah.
Exactly. Okay. Marina Sanchez, the health program, are they full for this year?
Yes. So for September 2021, it's full, but you can apply for January 2022 for nursing and healthcare aid programs. And then on the 1st of October, we will also open our application for next year, September. And on the 1st of June, we'll open up for May. In May, we only have healthcare aid program for May 2022.
Okay. But remember, Marina, January is only 6 months away from here, so it's very close. It's not that long. So do apply right away for the January 22 intake. Do I have to pay the registration fee in order to book an appointment with your counselor? And what number or department do I call? Okay, well, our phone number and email and website appears at the bottom of the screen, Danielle. You do not have to pay to make an appointment with us. It's free of charge, and it's our pleasure to assist you to answer any questions you may have. But you do have to book a meeting, though, because, fortunately, we're quite busy. So if we have your contact information, that'd be wonderful. If we don't have it yet, please give it to us, and we can contact you, or you can contact us as well, and we can make an appointment as early as tomorrow morning. So, because it's getting a little late today. If I say today, my staff will kill me. But we can certainly assist you tomorrow without fail, or sometime next week, whenever you're ready. Okay? Do we have it? Yeah. Otra vez, Marina, ¿puedo estudiar inglés y trabajar? Porque necesito sostener mi estancia en Canadá. She's asking if she can study English and work at the same time. So the answer to that is no. You cannot study. You can study, but you cannot work while you're studying English. You can only work when you're in your program, in your diploma, your certificate, or your postgrad. So you cannot work while you're studying. No puedes trabajar mientras estás estudiando solamente inglés, solo cuando ya estás en tu carrera, Marina. Pero si fueras con un cónyuge, y no sé si tienes cónyuge o no, pero si fuera con tu cónyuge, aunque tú estés en un programa de inglés, mientras estás registrada para otro programa, una carrera después, tu cónyuge podría empezar a trabajar tiempo completo desde el primer día que tú empiezas tu programa de inglés. ¿Ok? Y esos son un poco los beneficios que ofrece la visa canadiense, que siempre lo ponemos como recuerdo. A ver si podemos quitar la pregunta. Muchas gracias. Tienes el derecho de trabajar medio tiempo mientras estás estudiando, pero ya en tu carrera. En vacaciones puedes trabajar tiempo completo. Si, por ejemplo, necesito más el verano de vacaciones, puedes trabajar a tiempo completo. Al graduarse, serás elegible para el famoso Postgraduate Work Permit, que dura hasta por 3 años, que es el permiso laboral que ofrece Canadá por 3 años al graduarse. Mientras estás estudiando, tu cónyuge podrá trabajar tiempo completo a lo largo de todo tu tiempo en Canadá. Y si tienen niños entre 5 y 18 años, ellos también podrán atender una institución pública de forma totalmente gratuita. Entonces pueden entrar al sistema canadiense educativo de forma gratuita. Y si no fuera suficiente, al terminar tu primer año de haber trabajado, ya es cuando reúnes casi todos los requisitos para aplicar por la residencia permanente, ¿no? Y en el caso de Alberta, inclusive, ese tiempo de 1 año se reduce a 6 meses. Entonces, es una provincia donde es un poquito más rápido, inclusive aplicar por la residencia. Entonces, son muchos beneficios lo que ofrece el permiso de estudio canadiense y ya están todos listados hoy. Entonces, es sumamente interesante. All right, sorry, Suraj, we're just going through the benefits of studying in Canada with all the working programs and all that.
Yeah.
Is there an age limit for the diploma?
No, there is a minimum age limit. It has to be 18 or above because all our programs have practicums. So the practicum side does not allow minors. So the student have to be 18 or above, but there is no maximum age limit.
Okay. In which program do you have space, right? And you always said that, right? The supply chain for September.
And business analysis for September, and also for justice diploma. So those are the only 3 programs we have space for September. And as I mentioned, business analysis and supply chain, you can get an offer letter in 2 to 3 business days.
Okay. But for January, you have room in most programs?
Or all programs right now.
All programs for January. So, enero yo diría que hay espacio para todos los programas, no hay que preocuparse todavía. Para este otoño, el desafío es que pues estamos ya a 3 meses del programa y habrá que conseguir también la visa. Entonces, sí podemos aplicar en esos 3 programas todavía e inclusive podríamos empezar en línea o presencial aquí en Canadá. Okay. Muy bien. Una pregunta más. Gilberto Daniel Hermosillo, ¿tienen carreras relacionadas con el sector de la construcción? No creo. Do you have anything in construction, Suraj?
No, we don't have anything in construction. So that's one of the sector, unfortunately, which is declining sector. So right now we are not offering any programs.
Yeah. Tenemos otras instituciones, Gilberto, que ofrecen programas en construcción. Si te interesa, déjanos tus datos. No todas las instituciones pueden ofrecer todos los programas, pero sí tenemos la garantía de encontrarte opciones de instituciones que ofrecen los programas que tú estás buscando. Entonces, sin problema te podemos encontrar eso. ¿Okay? María García, ¿podríamos hablar de planes de financiamiento? Por supuesto, María. Financing plan, we're going to talk about this a little bit, Suraj, if you allow me.
Sure.
En el 2020, pues sabemos que mucha gente nos ha preguntado la misma pregunta que tú, María. Entonces, nos dimos la tarea de hacer unas alianzas estratégicas con algunas empresas de financiamiento en México. Y les cuento un poquito el proceso. Es un proceso rápido y muy sencillo. Les pueden financiar una parte de sus estudios en el extranjero o hasta el 100%. Les ofrecen planes de 6 meses hasta 5 años. Y es muy sencillo. En una llamada Zoom o WhatsApp o por teléfono, les hacen un pequeño estudio. Les van a hacer algunas preguntas y en 5 o 10 minutos les pueden decir si son sujetos a un financiamiento y por qué monto. Y de ahí van viendo a partir de cuándo van a querer el financiamiento y por cuánto tiempo. Ofrecen tasas muy competitivas. El préstamo se ofrece en pesos. Se paga a las instituciones en dólares, pero el préstamo se queda en pesos. Entonces, sin importar dónde va el peso en el futuro, su monto de financiamiento va a siempre estar en peso y no va a cambiar. Va a cambiar conforme lo van pagando, obviamente. Es un proceso 100% en línea y no tiene ningún costo. Si quieren hacer pagos anticipados, inclusive, no tiene ningún costo. Entonces, la verdad que es un plan muy interesante. Muchos de nuestros alumnos en 2020 y 2021 ya tomaron esta opción y la verdad que es una buena manera de no detenerse por la pandemia e iniciar estos proyectos, porque la verdad que sí vale mucho la pena. Le doy aquí un ejemplo. Si fuera un financiamiento, un precio aleatorio que pongo ahí en la pantalla de 175,000 pesos. Ahí ven los pagos. Si fuera a 24 meses, sería 9,726 pesos mensuales. Y si fuera a 36 meses, 7,340 pesos. Conforme más largo va el plazo, más bajo es la mensualidad. Entonces puede ser una buena estrategia ir a un plazo más largo, y conforme uno se siente menos presurado y que puede ir aportando, pues aportando sin ninguna penalización y hasta terminar el crédito de forma anticipada sin ninguna penalización. ¿Ok? Entonces, si les interesa, contacten a su asesor de Class Education. Nuestros datos aparecen otra vez en la parte de abajo de la pantalla. ¿Ok? Muy bien. A ver, ¿qué otra? Yadira León. Si me inscribo al programa, mi esposo tiene que hacerlo, o solo basta que uno de los dos haga. También, ¿qué apoyos hay para bebés? Okay. She's asking if she's going with her partner, if he also has to study, or she can be the only one studying. I'll let you answer in English, Raj, and I'll translate in Spanish afterward, because this is important.
Yeah, no, I think one person can go as a principal applicant, as a student. And then, of course, if you have a partner, they can come on an open work permit as well, or they can join them later on a visitor visa and then change the status within Canada from a visitor visa to work permit. So they don't have to study both of them. But again, if they want to, that's an option there as well. If they want, both can study as well. In that case, both will be on a study visa. They can both come and study. But mainly, I would say, if they don't want to, only one person can be a principal applicant and they can study. And the other person could be on a visitor visa, could be on a work visa.
What about daycare for the kids? How much is the daycare in Edmonton approximately?
Yeah, so the daycares are, again, varies. Again, I would say in downtown, the daycares are a little bit expensive. They're around $800 to $900, even maybe more. Again, if they are in a little bit suburb, they're a little better priced as well. So then they are, again, varies. The price varies. We also have a daycare center within our school as well. So the students can leave their kids there as well. The price that we have for the students is a little bit less. But because it's in downtown, the price is, again, of course, is a little bit higher on the higher side because it's in a downtown, the daycare facility.
Ok, entonces, Yadira, te doy la versión corta. Tu esposo también puede estudiar, pero no es obligatorio. Si tú vas a estudiar, uno puede estudiar tiempo completo y trabajar medio tiempo, y con eso tu cónyuge, tu esposo o tu novio, si son en unión libre, puede trabajar tiempo completo sin tener que estudiar él. Y al mismo tiempo, tu bebé, si tiene menos de 5 años, sí va en una guardería. Y tiene una guardiana inclusive en el college, como para dar facilidades a los alumnos. Y si tiene más que 5 años, pues va a la primaria y eso no cuesta nada. ¿Okay? Y puede ser que empieza en la guardería y cuando llega a 5 años ya empieza en su kinder, y eso ya a partir del kinder no te cuesta ya nada. ¿Ok? Entonces, eso es lo que, toda la tramitación de visado lo hacemos en Class Education. Tenemos un departamento de visado y de ahí así les conseguimos la visa de estudio con trabajo a los que están estudiando, y si van con su pareja, también conseguimos la visa, que es una visa de un permiso abierto de trabajo para el cónyuge y para su bebé, o si son varios niños, también les conseguimos su visa a toda la familia. ¿Okay? Entonces, eso es importante. Recuerden que en Class Education también toda la documentación que necesitamos para aplicar al college, les vamos guiando, les vamos tomando de la mano con todos los documentos que necesitamos. Aplicamos y después estamos al pendiente de la institución para que nos den una respuesta positiva, obviamente. Y una vez que tenemos esta respuesta, pues ya según el college nos van diciendo cuánto hay que dar de depósito, y luego iniciamos con el proceso de visado. El visado para el estudiante y o toda su familia, si es el caso. ¿Okay? Entonces, es un poco el acompañamiento que ofrecemos a lo largo de este proyecto. Nunca están solos, siempre están siendo apoyados por nosotros, y creo que eso es muy, muy importante para no perderse en todos los trámites y no olvidarse de ningún detallito que puede echar por atrás todo el proyecto. Okay. Recuerden que NorQuest tiene scholarships, ¿no? You have different scholarships, Shawaj. You have one for about $1,000 if you have a 70% grade from your past studies.
Yes.
70% and up, right?
Yeah, that is correct. That's the entrance scholarship. So yeah, that's right, 70% or above. And those are confined to few programs. And again, we do have the ongoing student scholarships as well, which is again based on students' performance with us. So every semester they have to maintain an 85% or more percentage. And if they do, then they can apply for that. They can get around a $2,000 scholarship in every semester. And we do have program-specific scholarship, which are outside international student scholarship, which are college-wide scholarship. They can apply to that as well.
Okay. Y toda la información de becas parciales que ofrece el college lo pueden ver con nosotros. No podemos coordinar eso también para ustedes. Según la aplicación de cada quien, vamos viendo a qué becas están elegibles y aplicamos pues a becas a su nombre para que lo consigan. ¿Ok? Muy bien. Pues ya tenemos más de una hora. Hay varias preguntas más, pero creo que no vamos a tener el tiempo de atenderlas a todas. Suraj ya habló de las campañas de vacunas. Ya estamos llegando arriba del 50%, arriba del 60% en varias partes del país ya. El plan de Canadá era llegar a 70% de la población canadiense vacunada a final de mayo. Entonces ya nos queda unos días más para llegar a eso y estamos alineados con esta meta. Y también el plan era de llegar al 100% de la población vacunada, por lo menos con la primera dosis, a finales, por ahí del mes de julio. No sabemos bien cuándo todavía, pero están llegando más de 2 millones de dosis de vacuna a la semana a Canadá, y en junio, que es a partir de la próxima semana, va a ser 2.5 millones de dosis a la semana. Entonces, digamos que vamos bien con la campaña de vacunación, ya sobre arriba de los 60%. Y también estas vacunas, cuando los alumnos internacionales llegan, también están invitados a ser vacunados sin ningún costo en Canadá como alumnos internacionales. ¿Ok? Bueno, entonces ya hablamos de muchas cosas. Suraj nos dijo que la provincia está creciendo. Obviamente la economía canadiense está creciendo a un 5% este año 2021. Es muy fuerte. Alberta no es ninguna excepción, al contrario. Y el plan de reapertura ya lo vieron. Todo está empezando a reabrirse a partir del 1 de junio. Luego fase 2 a partir del 15 de junio y fase 3 a partir del 1 de julio. Entonces vamos muy bien con este plan de reapertura, de regreso a la normalidad, gracias a Dios. ¿Qué más les quiero comentar? Creo que ahora ya hay varias preguntas que están llegando. Vi una de una señorita que dijo que si puede ir con su mamá como acompañante, que te puede acompañar tu mamá, sí te puede acompañar, pero no va a poder trabajar mientras tú estudias porque no es tu cónyuge, ¿ok? Este beneficio se otorga nada más a los cónyuges, pero sí tu mamá te puede acompañar. Sí tendremos que sacar una visa de acompañante, pero no tendrá el derecho de trabajar a menos que ella también estudie. ¿Ok, Karen? Muy bien. Bueno, híjole, me da pena, no puedo contestar a más preguntas, pero Suraj, I'll give you a few the last words to say. Maybe it's something you want to add to everything you've mentioned already tonight, and just a few words to say before we end this webinar. And I might have time to take a few more questions.
Yeah, no, definitely. No, we can take definitely more questions. I think only thing I would say at the last is, as I think Bruno already mentioned, maybe January looked a little bit distant, but it's only 6 months. And I think right now the visa processing times are unpredictable. It could change at any time depending on many situations. So we are encouraging students to apply early. In this current times, we are saying that student should apply at least 7 to 8 months in advance if they really want to start in that program, have their visa in place, want to arrive 1 month prior for their quarantine. So I think that's very critical. And that's why we are focusing right now for January that students apply early so they have that predictability. And I think the other thing that probably I just want to mention in our programs, again, I think one thing that you could be assured in our programs is that programs are more relevant to the local economy and the programs have practicum. So you not only just get the education, because experience is very important when you come to Canada, and in Canadian employers really value Canadian experience a lot. So that is something we are focusing as well. So the programs are inbuilt in that way that you get a mix of education, experience, and skills. So that really helps you prepare for your employment. That's the only two things I'll say.
Okay, thank you very much, Raj, and thank you for NorQuest College again to always, help us out with these informative webinars. A lot of information was shared today. I'm sure some of you will have to rinse and repeat and review this webinar because it was a lot of information. Yo me voy despidiendo, pero antes de decirles, quiero hacer un recordatorio que NorQuest College es un college público en Edmonton. Todos sus programas son elegibles para el famoso Postgraduate Work Permit. Muy, muy importante. Tienen varias diferentes becas accesibles para alumnos internacionales, desde $1,000 hasta $3,000, y se pueden combinar más que una. Eso es muy interesante. Solo hay espacio en 3 programas para septiembre de 2021, pero todos los programas para enero de 2022 están abiertos y hay espacio, y ahora es tiempo de aplicar. A partir del próximo martes se abre las inscripciones para mayo 2022, y a partir de octubre se abre para septiembre de 2022. Entonces, los que están interesados en empezar un poco más tarde, es tiempo de ir preparándose, y también pues necesitamos tiempo con ustedes para ir hablando de las opciones, juntando los documentos para que cuando abren las aplicaciones ya somos primeros en fila para aplicar, ¿ok? Hay algunos programas que nos pidieron hoy, como construcciones y otros, que no están dando en NorQuest. Tenemos otras instituciones que les pueden ayudar con esos programas, y también trabajamos con otras instituciones en la misma provincia de Alberta y de otros, ¿no? Recuerden que trabajamos con más de 300 instituciones en el país. Entonces, estoy seguro que tenemos un programa y unas instituciones que se adecuan perfectamente a sus necesidades. Y ahora sí, terminando, les quiero compartir lo que nos dice nuestro ministro de Migración para que se den cuenta un poco de la dirección de nuestro gobierno canadiense. Nuestro ministro de Migración dice: nuestro mensaje a los estudiantes y graduados internacionales es sencillo. No solo queremos que estudien aquí, sino queremos que se queden aquí, ¿no? Y esta parte, yo quería cerrar con eso, es muy, muy importante. Lo que significa eso para alumnos internacionales es que Canadá necesita migración, necesita inmigrantes para cumplir con sus demandas laborales. A ver si podemos poner la diapositiva de las oportunidades laborales. Es muy, muy importante. Los baby boomers en Canadá se están jubilando. Hay más pensionados en Canadá que hay gente nueva que está entrando en el mercado laboral. Entonces se está creando un vacío y Canadá necesita llenar ese vacío. Ahí en la parte de abajo de la gráfica ven que hay 1,100 nuevos pensionados diario. La tasa de nacimiento y de mortalidad está más o menos pareja, entonces no crecemos por ahí, y hay 648 inmigrantes nuevos que llegan a Canadá o al mercado laboral diario, pero todavía eso hace un vacío de 500 puestos vacantes cada día en Canadá. Entonces Canadá escogió, y como lo vio con nuestro ministro de Inmigración, Canadá apostó al sector educativo para llenar ese vacío. Eso es muy, muy importante para que vean sus oportunidades en Canadá, porque el sistema educativo es un socio del sistema migratorio. Digamos que es el sector que mayor aportación hace el sistema migratorio, y Canadá escogió ese sistema. ¿Por qué? Porque a través de la educación Canadá consigue inmigrantes ya acoplados a Canadá, ya estudiados, ya preparados, ya educados, ya certificados con las normas canadienses y listos para entrar al mercado laboral. Entonces, es el sector privilegio para la inmigración en Canadá. Eso hasta nuestro mismo ministro de Migración, lo comenta, y por eso la educación, siempre decimos nosotros, es el mejor camino para emigrar a Canadá. ¿Ok? Estudiar, trabajar y emigrar a Canadá. Ese es el proceso. Muy bien, entonces les quería comentar eso porque creo que sí vale mucho la pena. Y les digo como su apoyo, la empresa que les puede apoyar en hacer estos proyectos una realidad, que en Class Education, si son serios, si son estudiantes serios, les podemos ofrecer ayudar mucho en hacer esos trámites y les ofrecemos unas garantías muy, muy, muy importantes. La primera siendo que vamos a encontrar el programa y la educación adecuada para sus necesidades. Eso es súper importante. Vamos a optimizar los tiempos de aplicación. Vamos a ahorrarle mucho tiempo en todas esas tramitaciones y al optimizar los tiempos vamos a potenciar sus posibilidades de ser aceptado por las mismas instituciones porque vamos a juntar todos los documentos correctos de la primera que necesitamos y así minimizar el tiempo que se tarda en las instituciones en aceptarlos. Y como cuarta garantía que les damos es maximizar sus posibilidades de recibir el famoso permiso de estudio de trabajo, el permiso que les permite estar estudiando en una institución canadiense, pero también al mismo tiempo trabajar, tanto a usted como estudiante y o a su pareja también y o también sus hijos, ¿no? Esta parte es también muy importante poder sostenerse mientras están aquí estudiando en Canadá. Quinta garantía que les ofrecemos es un acompañamiento a lo largo de todo este proceso, desde A a Z, desde el antes, durante y después, hasta que estén en Canadá, hasta que estén inclusive después de eso, porque cuando viene el momento de aplicar inclusive para su residencia canadiense, también estaremos allí para apoyarlos con nuestros servicios migratorios. Esta parte creo que es muy importante. Sentirse apoyado, sentirse guiado a lo largo de este proceso es sumamente importante. Y como última garantía es que vamos a manejar su inversión de forma inteligente. Es decir, que hay diferentes programas, diferentes duraciones, hay diferentes ciudades en Canadá, diferentes costos de vida en el país, como en todos los países, hay ciudades más caras, más económicas, hay diferentes tipos de oportunidades y con eso nosotros al conocer el panorama completo de la oferta podemos asesorarlos y hacer que su inversión les rinde más. Entonces, esas son las garantías que ofrecemos en Class Education a todos nuestros alumnos. Es un acompañamiento a lo largo de este proceso y créanme que a eso nos dedicamos desde 27 años y nos encantaría acompañarlos a ustedes y sus familias, si es el caso, en este gran proyecto que les cambiará la vida seguramente. Con eso me despido. Bruno Perón aquí de Canadá, de Class Education. Muchísimas gracias a NorQuest College. Muchas gracias a todo el equipo de Class que nos ayudó a hacer todo este webinar el día de hoy y a ustedes como para todas sus preguntas y interacciones. Había gente de México, de Perú, de Colombia, vi Chile, vi Argentina, al fin, me da mucho gusto ver que estamos llegando cada vez a más países de América del Sur. Muchísimas gracias por estar con nosotros y nos vemos el próximo martes, primero de junio ya, para nuestro próximo webinar. Muchas gracias a todos y que tengan una muy buenas noches. Thank you, Suraj. Have a good night.
Thank you very much. Good night, everybody. Yeah.